Peggy 12.
Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us today. This is Satoru Iwata from Nintendo. Today I would like to deliver directly to you updates on upcoming Wii U and Nintendo 3DS titles. I would like to begin by discussing a few games being created by our third-party partners. Let's start with Sonic Lost World for Wii U, which we initially announced in our Nintendo Direct prior to E3 in May. One of the big features for this game is that Sonic will speed through a variety of levels and explore massive mind-bending courses, vast underground tunnels, and colossal structures in the sky while running inside, outside, and upside down. With 3 speed levels to choose from, the players can control Sonic more freely, making the game more engaging for players of all skill levels. Other new moves, such as vaulting over objects and running along walls, plus unique color powers, will take your gameplay experience to new heights as you rise against the Deadly Six. Sega's Sonic Lost World will launch on October 18th in Europe. There is also a Nintendo 3DS version of Sonic Lost World, which will launch in Europe on October 18th as well. The Wii U and Nintendo 3DS versions of the game can communicate with each other through a local wireless connection. The Nintendo 3DS will allow players to create and customize radio-controlled vehicles in Tails Lab and send them to the Wii U version of the game. The RC vehicles can then be used to support Sonic in the co-op mode on Wii U. Next is Rayman Legend for Wii U, which is the latest installment in Ubi Soft's 2D action series. In a mysterious and vividly colored dream world, Rayman sets off on an adventure with his friends. While traveling between 5 different worlds, the player must save the Teensies and discover the secrets of each legendary painting. The game features a wide range of gameplay, including traditional Rayman-style action and rhythm-based stages. In Rayman Legends, the player using the Wii U gamepad will play a different role than the other players. All of the game's stages can be played by up to 5 players. If you are playing by yourself, Off-TV mode allows you to enjoy playing with only the gamepad. As you advance through the story, many of the stages from Rayman Origins become available to play as well. Rayman Legends has a lot of other new content for players to enjoy, including the Kung Fu, Invasion mode, and online challenges. Also, in Rayman Legends, as you can see, you can play as Rayman in a Mario costume. and Globox in a Luigi costume. Rayman Legend will launch for Wii U on August 29th in Europe. Our next title is something we announced during our June Nintendo Direct at E3. It's Wii U download exclusive software called Art Academy Sketchpad. As we mentioned last time, this is software utilizing features from the upcoming Wii U version of Art Academy. With it, you can post screenshots of the images you create using the Wii U gamepad on Miiverse. Art Academy Sketchpad will be available from Nintendo eShop in Europe on August 9th. The Miiverse community for Art Academy Sketchpad will launch after the software becomes available in the Nintendo eShop. We would definitely like you to post your creations using this tool and surprise other users from around the world. We'll also see if we can find a way to highlight the great creations made by its users. We are also developing an Art Academy title for Wii U, which includes in-depth art lessons. But that one will take a little more time. Please stay tuned. Next are updates on 2 upcoming games in the Legend of Zelda series. I'd like to start by sharing with you more information on the world that Link will explore in The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds for Nintendo 3DS. Please take a look at the game's logo. Here you see the Triforce represent courage, wisdom, and power. And it is one of the key icons of the Legend of Zelda series. This shadowy Triforce suggests the existence of another Triforce in a different world from where Link lives. The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past was known for its gameplay style, where the player must travel between 2 worlds. One is the world Link lives in, and there's another world, which features different landscapes and atmosphere. Of course, in this game, there is also another world. The world Link lives in is the same world as A Link to the Past, but the other world looks a bit different. Link must travel between the 2 worlds while transforming into a drawing and moving within walls, one of the key features of this title, to progress his adventure. While many of the locations on the fields may look similar to A Link to the Past, in both worlds, the core gameplay elements, puzzles, and dungeons are completely new. Also, this game is set many years after Ganon was sealed in A Link to the Past. Compared to A Link to the Past, A Link Between Worlds takes place far in the future. That means that the main character is not the same Link from A Link to the Past, but an entirely new Link. There are still several months before the game is released, so we'll continue to share information as we get closer to launch. The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds will launch for Nintendo 3DS this November. Next is The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker HD. In this title, you must control the winds using the Wind Waker and travel across the open water, visiting various islands. People from different tribes live on these islands, and you will encounter unexpected characters and unexpected locations. We hope you enjoy this open water adventure in a crystal blue world. At the same time, when you go to the various dungeons scattered all over the world, you can enjoy the series' traditional puzzle-solving gameplay. The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker was originally released for Nintendo GameCube about 10 years ago in Europe. But we think that The combination of the unique gameplay mechanics from the original game combined with these new HD graphics feels like something completely new. The adventure has been vividly reborn on Wii U with unique characters, rich gameplay variety, and plenty of optional activities. Also, as we mentioned before, we have made some adjustments, such as fine-tuning the collection events in the last half of the game, faster sailing, quicker Wind Waker actions. With these adjustments, I hope you can enjoy the game all the way to the end without losing your sense of immersion. Regarding the series timeline, The Wind Waker takes place a few months before The Legend of Zelda Phantom Hourglass for Nintendo DS. This is the story about how Link and Tetra first met each other. If you played Phantom Hourglass before, we would definitely like you to try this reborn HD version of The Wind Waker as well. The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD will launch in Europe on October 4th. As you may be aware, we are calling 2013 the Year of Luigi. Now I have another announcement to share about Luigi. Someone provided me with these new screenshots. Please take a look. These are screenshots from Super Smash Bros. For Wii U and Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS, which were prepared by Mr. Sakurai. Luigi has been a part of previous games in the series, but we are pleased to say that he will be included in the new games. My final announcement today is regarding Animal Crossing New Leaf. Animal Crossing New Leaf was released at the end of 2012 in Japan. This past June, it was released in Europe, Australia, and North America, and mayors are born on a daily basis as more people play the game. Using the Dream Suite and the Tropical Island tours, you might have more opportunities to interact with players from different countries. For those of you around the world who are enjoying Animal Crossing games, we've decided to open the new Animal Crossing series community on Miiverse for Wii U to let you interact with one another more easily. To celebrate this new community, the Animal Crossing New Leaf Town Hall Secretary Isabelle has a message for everyone. Hello, I'm reporting from Animal Crossing Plaza. Animal Crossing Plaza is essentially an Animal Crossing version of Wara Wara Plaza. In here, you can see various posts about what's happening in the town, other Animal Crossing related messages, news about calendar events, and messages from other Animal Crossing fans from around the world. Also, you can import the images you took in Animal Crossing New Leaf and design QR code patterns via your SD card, or organize them in albums. You can also post messages with those images. The QR code pattern posted can be directly scanned and used in your Animal Crossing New Leaf game too. Additionally, by selecting your favorite animal in the Animal Crossing Plaza, you can post about those specific animals or view posts only about them. If you want to see more posts, then you can jump directly to the Animal Crossing series community from Animal Crossing Plaza. This is a place for Animal Crossing fans from all over the world. We hope you enjoy this new opportunity to interact with each other. After this Nintendo Direct video concludes, it will be available for free to download. Thank you for watching this installment of Nintendo Direct. I'd now like to pass you over directly to Mr. Shibata in Europe, who has some European news today.
Thank you, Mr. Iwata. I'd like to finish today with a few details specific to Europe. First, Mr. Iwata spoke about Animal Crossing New Leaf earlier, and now I would like to talk about a new promotion that is exclusive to Europe. The Animal Crossing New Leaf Welcome a Friend promotion starts today after this presentation, and is a great way to introduce a friend to the fan of Animal Crossing for free. If you register Animal Crossing New Leaf in Club Nintendo by September 7th, you will be able to receive a recommendation code. You can then give this recommendation code to a friend. If your friend registered a Nintendo 3DS XL system between August 7th and October 7th, and the recommendation code you gave them, then they will be able to claim a free download code for Animal Crossing New Leaf on Nintendo 3DS. If you know someone who has always dreamed of becoming mayor of their own town, this is a perfect opportunity. Full details, including the terms and conditions, can be found on our website, so please take a look. Next, let's look at Pokémon Rumble U, which is coming to Nintendo eShop for Wii U on August 15th. As with previous installments in the Pokémon Rumble series, in Pokémon Rumble U, you don't control normal Pokémon, but instead toy versions of Pokémon that get lost and need to find their way back to the toy store. The game features fast-paced action combat with more than 100 Pokémon on screen at the same time, and both single-player and 4-player cooperative modes. Also, all 649 Pokémon featured up to the Unova region can be captured in the game, which will keep collectors busy. However, not all forms or colors of Pokémon can be obtained through regular play. Pokémon Rumble U features a special password system that allows you to unlock certain Pokémon. We will be sharing these with you on our official Twitter and Facebook accounts, the game's official website, and other channels. Be sure to follow and keep your eyes peeled. Pokémon Rumble U will be available on Nintendo eShop on August 15th. Now for some more upcoming Nintendo eShop software. Have you ever thought about composing your own electronic music? Korg M01D is based on the famous Korg M1 music workstation and offers over 340 sounds to choose from, including the classic M1 piano. Using its powerful sequencer, you can create your own songs and sounds. Then save them as MIDI data to import to a digital audio workstation, so you can keep working on them at home or in a studio. Please listen to this tune created in Cork MO1D. This portable music workstation will be available from Nintendo eShop this autumn. Robots and the Wild West come together in this next title. Set in a world run by robots, Steam World Dig combines the visual styles of westerns and steampunk. As a mysterious mining bot, Rusty, you help to restore a small town to its former splendor. Dig into the earth to collect expensive minerals, which you can sell in town. Improve your tools and explore an underground world full of secrets in this unique action platformer. As you dig deeper, you will discover the remains of human civilization and the terrifying evil that could destroy the town and everything you have worked for. Steam World Dig will be available from Nintendo eShop on Nintendo 3DS after this Nintendo Direct. Next, let's look at some classic gameplay from an old favorite, now coming to Nintendo 3DS. Today, I can tell you that Super Mario Bros. 2 will be available to download as a virtual console title for Nintendo 3DS. After this presentation, I hope you enjoyed. And here are some more downloadable games coming for Wii U, created by European and Australian developers. I have a couple more release dates for Europe. First, Adrian Odyssey 4 Legends of the Titan for Nintendo 3DS will be available from shops on August 30th. Then, Shin Megami Tensei Devil Summoner Soul Hackers will arrive in shops on September 13th. Now for some very sad news. As you know, the last game in the second Professor Layton trilogy is coming to Europe later this year. It will be the very last time you team up with Professor Layton. The good news is that I have a launch date for you today. Professor Layton and the Azuran Legacy will be available from stores and Nintendo eShop on November 8th. I'm looking forward to it. It will really be the culmination of the series. And that sums up our update for Europe today.
Objection!
Actually, we have one last piece of news for you today. As you might have now guessed, I can today confirm that a certain game is coming to Europe. Take a look at this. That's right. Professor Layton vs. Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney will be launched in Europe next year. That really is the end of our update now. I hope you enjoyed today's Nintendo Direct. And look out for our The Wonderful 101 Direct, which will be on our website at 4 p.m. CT this Friday, August 9th. Make sure you check it out. Until next time, happy gaming!